anyway, I just want to thank everyone for coming. And here's our Olympian.
Hello, everyone. Super happy to be here. If you were here in years past, I've come in once or twice before. This is now my third Olympics, so I think I came in after Tokyo. After the Tokyo Olympics 3 years ago. Yep, here's the book. First up, I just want to start by saying a huge thank you to all of you guys. I know you had a great big fundraiser going on here over the past few months, and I got pictures and videos from my dad of that, and it was just so nice to see, the whole Olympic spirit brought back here the whole time, and all the money that was raised was super helpful for me, and I was blown away by how much was there and all the different baskets and everything. It looked like so much fun. So just a big thank you to all of you for being a part of this journey and making this possible. You guys can come up and see this after, but I don't know where to start. So this was my third Olympics, and this was the first time that I got to compete with the full team. So for our sport in artistic swimming, there's 2 events in the Olympics. There's the duet event, which has 2 swimmers, and then there's the team event, and that has 8 swimmers at a time. So in 2016 and in 2021, I competed in the duet event, and the U.S. didn't qualify a team. So this was the first time since 2008 that that Team USA had a full team there competing. So it was huge just in itself for us to qualify the team, and then actually getting there and being as competitive as we were, competing for a medal. We were the first time USA has had a medal since 2004, so 20 years. And then it was the best overall result in rank since 1996, since I was born. So in general, obviously the results were great. We were super successful with that, but beyond that, the overall experience was just so amazing. We were able to arrive early enough that we could go and do the opening ceremonies. So that was very unique in Paris this year. Instead of walking into the tunnel and being in the big arena, they had us on the Seine River in boats. So each country was in their own boat. You would see some countries go by and basically like these little rowboats because there were only 1 or 2 athletes on the boat. And then our Team USA, which had 600 athletes, was on a big giant boat all together, completely full. So that was a really cool experience. LeBron James and Coco Gauff, the tennis player, were our flag bearers. So they were up front with the flag the whole time. And my team and I got on the boat first, and we were able to kind of stand in front there and be super close to them and meet all the basketball team and the track athletes and the gymnasts another time. But so it was really cool because we are the best of the best in our sport, but we were also on the same team as these other top athletes in all these other sports. So we were able to meet some really amazing athletes and kind of talk to them about their sport, share more about our sport. Our sport's a little bit less known around the world, so as much as we can get people to talk about artistic swimming and be interested in artistic swimming, is super cool. So to have some of the basketball players asking questions and learning more about it and following our story, and then seeing them at the end of the Olympics and then congratulating us on our medal was all pretty cool. So the opening ceremonies was great. It was pouring rain. So we started off, we had ponchos on, we had our nice, I don't have it with me, but Ralph Lauren outfit. So we had a nice polo and a blazer with these nice jeans and nice fancy shoes. So at first we were putting our ponchos on, trying to stay out of the rain, and then at some point we just said, we gave up. So we just took off the ponchos and our outfits were completely soaked, but we were freezing, but also the experience was so amazing at the same time. It was really cool to see how much love and respect everyone else around the world has for Team USA in general. You know, it was surprising for me to be on the boat as other countries are going by to start down the river. You know, we were cheering for them to go, and they were cheering for us. Like, we were sitting on the side not moving, and they were chanting, USA, USA, which for us was like crazy because, you know, they're not even like chanting their own country or something, they were cheering for us. So that was pretty cool, just to see how big of an impact Team USA has on the rest of the world.
Why do you think that is?
I think a number of reasons. I think we're such a big delegation. We have 600, 700 athletes, right? We have some of the most well-known athletes in the world, so people are looking to our boat, like what famous athletes can we see on the boat? I think we've been winning the medal count for so many years. We're winning up to 200 medals at the Olympics. So a number of reasons like that, but I think there's also just a special heart that people can feel from Team USA. And when we chant that cheer of USA, USA, other people feel it. Other people feel the love that we have for our country and the passion and the pride for representing our country. And I think that other people feel that and respect it and look up to us as a whole, as a country, and as athletes competing for our country. So yeah, it was pretty unique and a cool experience to see and feel that. And so then we went down the river, we did the whole experience. Again, every time we would drive, or we would float, I don't know what you call it on a boat. When you would go under a bridge, the bridge is full of people, and they would be chanting also, USA, USA, which was pretty cool. And then at the end, we get to the end, we pass the Eiffel Tower. At this point, it's dark outside, so the sun is set. The Eiffel Tower is lighting up. The Olympic rings are up there, so it was just a very cool experience. I'd been to Paris a few times before, but being there for the Olympics was a totally different experience. The energy in the air is just different, and I'm sure my dad can tell you that. They had a great time. My family was there the whole time. After opening ceremonies, we had a little bit of time to train, get focused, and get back in the zone before we competed. We had a good week or so until we competed, and then we had 3 days of competition. There were 3 different routines, and they added up the total scores from each routine for the final result. So after day 1, we were in 4th place, and then after day 2, we had moved up to 2nd place. So then going into day 3, we knew we had a good chance at a medal. We knew we were sitting in 2nd place, and that last routine we were going to swim was our strongest routine. We felt the most confident with it. It was the most, the one that we felt was the strongest for us. So going into that last one, we knew we just had to do what we've been doing every single day at practice. Nothing new, nothing crazy, just everything we've been doing every day up till that point. And that's what we did. We had a great swim, and we got our score. There was still one team after us, but currently we were sitting in 1st place. So that was the exciting moment for us. We knew we had a medal. We knew we were either going to be gold or silver at that point. So we had a lot to celebrate, and then we just had to wait for the last routine to go. So China swam, and then they finished and they got gold, which meant we had silver, and we were just over the moon. We were able to celebrate quickly, and then kind of rushed really quickly to go for award ceremony. And all of our family and friends were up in the stands so we could see them, which was really nice. And then that's where we got the medals. And you guys can come up and see this later, but this is the front of the medal, and on this piece right here is a piece of the Eiffel Tower. So it's on every single medal, which is pretty cool and special to this Olympics, of course. Underneath here, they have it engraved with your sport and your event. It's very small. It's in French. I can't pronounce it. And then on the back is really very pretty, and it has parts of Greece, which was the first Olympics, and then over here, Eiffel Tower and things representing France, and the Greek symbol there that's on every medal. And then, yeah, mine's already a little bit ripped because I've been taking it everywhere and showing everyone, so it has a little character, but I think that's really special too, is now that I'm back, getting to bring it and share it everywhere with everyone, because yes, I won the medal, but it's been so many people who've been a part of the journey and who've supported and helped me get there, so, you know, it's just a medal. So we have just as many people. You distracted me. Middle of my sentence. But anyway, this medal is just as much other people's as it is mine. So I'm enjoying taking it around and getting to show everyone who's been a part of the journey, people who haven't but have watched from afar. And if that means it gets a little banged up, that's okay. It'll be put away in my living room later. It is, yes. I didn't clarify that. So it is now called artistic swimming, but it was formerly called synchronized swimming.
When did they change the name?
They changed the name, I think in 2017. And I'm not really exactly sure why. I think the sport has been evolving a lot over the years. And I think they just wanted to kind of evolve the name with it as well. It's similar to gymnastics. So regular gymnastics is actually called artistic gymnastics. Most people don't know that, and then there's the rhythmic gymnastics, which is the one with the hoops and the ribbons and the balls and super flexible stuff. So they kind of changed it to be aligned with that, with gymnastics. They're also changing our rules and our scoring system a lot, so kind of just evolving the whole sport with it. But it is weird, like halfway through my life, just changing the name of the sport that I've been doing my whole life. But I'm getting used to it now.
How old were you when you started?
I started when I was about 5 years old in the summer programs and novice programs. My mom did the sport when she was younger and was a coach, so I grew up around the sport. I grew up at the pool with her, traveling and to competitions and watching her swimmers. So I started on my own younger, but in the actual programs when I was about 5.
How many hours did you have to practice leading up to each day, leading up to the Olympics?
Yeah, so we train Monday through Saturday, so 6 days a week, and we usually go 6 or 6:30 a.m., 6 a.m. till 2:30 p.m. So it's about 8 or so hours a day on average. And then when we leave the pool, you know, like that's our training at the pool, but then we go home, you know, we have to think about recovery, we have to think about prepping our meals, reviewing video before we go to bed to make sure we're ready for the next day. So it really doesn't end after we leave the pool, but yeah, for the most part, we're about 6 to 2:30 p.m., 6 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. No extra and then.
The most important question, are we going to see you in 2028?
That's the goal right now. Yeah. I still have a passion for the sport, and my body's still holding up. So I don't see why not. You know, unless anything there changes. It would be really cool in LA or 2028. The games are in Los Angeles, in California. So we'll be back in the U.S. That's where I live now, is Los Angeles. So it'll be my home city. So it would be really cool to compete. I'm going to do my best to get there, and if it works out, it does. If not, you know, maybe coach or commentator or be a part of it in one way or another for sure.
I have a question, but when someone asked the question, could you repeat the question?
Oh, yes.
I'm wondering who designed your shoes?
So who designs our suits? Sometimes our coach will have an idea. Sometimes we need to find an idea, so we kind of, all of us on the team, look for ideas or come up with different ideas. A lot of times we find inspiration from dresses at like, I don't know, sometimes we'll find like an awards show is on, and a lot of celebrities are wearing different dresses, and like, oh, this one is really cool, or I like the design at the back. Or sometimes we'll find inspiration from gymnastics, leotards, things like that, and then we'll send the ideas to the lady who makes our suits, and then she'll kind of sketch something up and put it together for us. So she's the real crafter.
And what about your hair? Who does your hair before the?
Yeah, so the question was about our hair when we compete. So you'll see in the video, we don't wear caps and we don't wear goggles when we compete. We practice with them, but when we compete, we don't wear goggles, and we slick our hair back with a gel. So we basically tie our hair back in a tight bun, like a ballerina bun, and then we put this gel in our hair, which is basically unflavored Jell-O. If you take like Knox gelatin packets that you'll buy from Tops, you go and buy those. You mix the powder in hot water. It kind of comes out like a jelly type mixture, and then you paint it on your hair. It hardens. And then you're able to swim and your hair doesn't fall down in your face. And it kind of has this slick, shiny look to it too. So we'll put our headpieces in and it kind of ties the whole look together, like our sparkly suits and then our hair is done, our makeup is done. We do that ourselves now. When I was younger, my mom would do it for me, and then at some age you learn to do it yourself. So now it's pretty easy. Now I can do it in 20 minutes if I needed to. And then you just need to take a hot shower, hot water to get it out, because it can be tough to get out, but just kind of melts right out.
Everybody's makeup seems to be just perfect too. How do you do that?
Question was about the makeup, how we keep it perfect when we swim. So we pretty much do it just right before we go. So we're not swimming, the routine is only 3 to 4 minutes long. So we use waterproof makeup though. So we'll buy things that say waterproof on it so it's not running down our face. And then we do it before we go. And then it just stays. I don't know. People always think there's some sort of secret, but it's just waterproof makeup, and we kind of do it normal and it stays. Sometimes you'll get lipstick smeared somewhere
You're not seeing that.
yeah. Usually we try, as we're swimming out from the routine, we all check each other too to make sure, because then we sit up there and we're on the big screen, and sometimes I'll see that I have something on my face on the big screen and I get mad at my teammate for not telling me. But yeah, so just waterproof makeup.
How do you keep your idea of a swimmer? You got a coat or something when you're underwater? Because you're doing the same thing all the time?
Yeah, so the question was how we all synchronize together. So we have underwater speakers. A lot of people don't know that. So we can hear the music underwater. Sometimes actually you can hear it better underwater than above water. Because it's just you and underwater. Above water you have people cheering, you have all the outside noise there. And then we count the music, so we have to make sure we know how to keep the rhythm and count. We usually count it in 8, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then every count has a movement, or sometimes multiple movements. So we just have to keep counting the whole time, while also thinking about all the corrections, like the leg needs to be at 45 degrees, now it needs to be at 30 degrees, now it needs to be the right leg, the left leg. So a lot is happening in our brains. We're having to think about so much, while also trying to keep the rhythm and stay on count with the rest of our teammates. And then just a lot of practice. So, we watch the videos and sometimes we're unsynchronized, so we have to move faster or hold and go a little bit later, things like that.
Is it open competition as far as qualifying? Like yourself, do you have to qualify every 4 years?
Yeah, so the question was about how we qualify. So 2 parts to it. One is qualifying for the U.S. team. So we try out individually, and you get selected based off of a number of skills. Land skills, water skills. You'll have an in-person interview with the coaches so they can see kind of your mental skills and things like that. You get selected for the team. And then you train, we were a squad of 12 athletes training for most of the year. And then we qualified the US spot at a World Championships. So there's only 10 countries that actually qualify for the Olympics. The first 5 are by continents, and then the remaining 5 are kind of the wild card spots, whoever else can qualify outside of that. So we qualified in one of the 5 wild card spots. And we earned that country spot with 12, but then leading up to the games, we had to select only 8 swimmers to actually go to the Olympics. So that part was difficult because our coach had to make a tough decision of, you know, all 12 of us have been training together all year. We qualified the team together, and then she had to make that decision of which 8 are going to be the 8 to actually become Olympians. So that was a tough decision for our coaches, tough kind of within our team as well. And then those are the final 8 who made it